Today, a whole lot of people, if not most, are tourists who are going there. They're going there to see the Naga Babas and something, oh, this guy's a freaky guy. Nothing freaky, he's just not wearing clothes, that's all. I thought everybody is naked beneath their clothes. Hello? But people are going to see as if something he is. Certain level of immaturity has come into people, all that going there is many of them just want to take pictures. You must see the number of people who want to take selfies with the Naga Baba who is sitting there. Of course, today most people, all the akaras are staying there for 48 days because they have come for sadhana. People are going there for 1 day, 2 days. I would say if you go to Kumbh, at least go for minimum 3 days. At least go with 21 days of preparation. There's more preparation, it would be great, but we are already close. We are going there not because of religious fervor. We are going there because there is a certain phenomena of life happening, we want to make use of it. So if you want to make use of anything, you must be prepared. So if just a god was sitting there and he's going to do everything, you could go any way you want. This is a profound understanding of the 12.25-year cycles of the sun. Who we are, the way we are, why we got shaped like this, is fundamentally because of the various forces that function upon us. Solar system being the main thing. In a way, the solar system is functioning like a potter's wheel. It functions like the potter's wheel and while you the pot, somebody wants to empty their pot. If only, if, for example, the planet decides to rotate a little faster than the way it is right now, all organisms on this planet will have to go through a dramatic change in the way they are. Probably the presently existing organisms, including us, would not survive a 2 times speed of rotation. We are like this because we are a product of this system. Understanding the power of these cycles upon the human system, they identified places and situations which would be of maximum benefit to human well-being. So particularly they chose places where there is confluence of rivers, because where 2 rivers meet, there is a non-stop force. And our bodies of the 5 elements dominated by water, over 72% of our body is water. So if you're in a place where there are churning waters at certain times, considering the latitude and at that time of the year or at that time of these 12-year cycles, the relationship between the planet and the sun, it creates a powerful situation where one can transform themselves. A lot of studies have been made on the previous Kumbh and they found phenomenal physiological changes in people who stayed there for over 40 days and every day they were in that water. A Kumbh Mela is supposed to be for 48 days. That is, people should stay there for 48 days, every day in the river along with the sadhana. This is part of the Bhuta Shuddhi tradition, where the fundamental process is to cleanse the elements in the system, and water being a major part of it. Water is considered very important for health, well-being, prosperity, whatever we are seeking in our lives. So this 48 days has particular specific sadhanas where people stayed there and went through this process and came out fully transformed because they made use of the natural forces to transform the quality of oneself, not just physiologically, even spiritually. But today people are going just one quick dip and out. That's a different game. There may be some benefit, we don't know, but it's too brief. When I watch people, they just in and out in 3 minutes. That is too brief to have any kind of major impact except maybe an emotional involvement. I know you can't take off, maybe right now make up your mind on 48 days, but if you are planning your Kumbh trip, at least plan minimum 3 to 7 days, so that you are there, do some sadhana and benefit from that process, rather than make a ritual out of it. It is not a ritual, it's a scientific process. It's just that science has been lost and practice has been carried on. That's all that's happened. It's time to put back the science because only then we will benefit. It's time we approach these things with little more understanding and meaning to it so that one can really benefit rather than simply making a ritual out of it. For those of you who are thinking, what has it got to do with me? Because I live in an air-conditioned home. Well, to put it in a very fundamental way, if our mothers' bodies were not in sync with the cycles of the moon, we wouldn't be born. Yes, we wouldn't be born. So the cycles of the moon and the sun has a profound impact in the way we are. Acknowledging this, celebrating this, and finding ways to go beyond this is what Kumbh is what yoga is in many ways, to break the cycles of life. When I say cycles, anything that's cyclical is bound to be repetitive. If something is repetitive, that means it's not getting anywhere. This most people realize when they're close to their deathbed, that when they look back and see what looked like great things when they were doing it, when they look back and see, it doesn't mean a thing. Those who look back and see are those who die and regret. But if you look ahead and see what you may do tomorrow, what you are very passionately waiting to do tomorrow, actually doesn't mean a thing, then you would look at life much more profoundly. The problem is not passion, the problem is not involvement, the problem is entanglement. The nature of entanglement is always cyclical. So these cycles are determining everything about the human being. If you're living in a physically, mentally very healthy state, your system will go through 12.25-year cycles. Just for example, if it falls to a 6-year cycle, that means you may still be successful in the world, but you will not know any peace or joy in your life, you're always… If it falls to 3-year cycles, you will have a hard time with the world around you and yourself. If you fall into 18-month cycles, you're on antidepressants. If you fall into 9 months, 3 months, 6-month cycles, you're in serious conditions of mental and physiological struggles. Now, the Kumbh comes from this understanding that you're trying to regularize your cycle to a 12-year cycle. If you carefully observe your life, the psychological situations, emotional situations, and also life situations, you will see a certain pattern to the cycles. If you look, you don't have to share this with anybody, this is not a confession. If you sit down and write down different things that have happened in your life, you will see a certain pattern. If it is falling into a 12-year cycle, you're in a reasonably good place. Health and being peaceful is not an issue. Now it's time to work for freedom. Time to work for mukti, that's what it means.
Namaskaram Sadhguru. What is the significance of the upcoming Maha Kumbh Mela? How can one prepare to reap maximum benefits from it?
So we must understand what is kumbh. The word kumbh literally means a pot or a pitcher. The story is somebody was churning the ocean to get the elixir of life. Initially, on the surface, poison came out, that Shiva drank and that's why he turned blue. If it had gone into his body, it would have affected him, so his wife went and held his throat, stopped it here, and he turned blue in the neck because it was stopped here. It's a very powerful symbolic story, how poisons are coming at you every day in so many ways, not necessarily what you consume. In terms of ideas, in terms of thoughts, in terms of emotion, your life can get poisoned, isn't it? Life getting poisoned need not mean some chemical went in. You got a wrong thought in your head, it can get very badly poisoned. You know this, huh? So, the important thing is to create a device where you create a vishuddhi. The word vishuddhi means filter. You set up a filter so that poison stays just here. If it's just here, out. If it goes here, you can't do ha-hu, it's gone. Once it's gone here, it'll affect everything. So she stopped it, that's the story. But the thing is to tell you that there is a way of stopping negative things, inevitably will come to you. Nobody can stop it. Even if you go and sit in a mountain cave, there also something will come. But if you have filter, you can go anywhere. Anywhere poison means Shiva says, I will drink. Because he's got no problem, he's got a good filter, stops everything here, so no problem. But then the elixir came, and everybody is trying to grab it because it's supposed to make them immortal or super or fully lit up or whatever it promised. Then in this melee of trying to grab it, it spilled, and it spilled in 4 different spots. There is some geo and cosmological reasons why we identify these 4 different spots. Generally, these are all called prayags or sangams. In south we call it sangam, in the north they're calling it prayag, which means water bodies are meeting with a certain force. When water bodies meet with a certain force at a certain latitudinal position, during certain times of the year, it creates a massive possibility of life. This prayag means there is a churn of water. Because 72% of your body itself is water, if you are in certain spaces where water is in a certain dynamic, it impacts the body in a huge way. And at a certain time of the year, which is calculated for various reasons, and it… especially once in 12 years in the solar cycle, that is once in every solar cycle, a moment comes when it has the maximum impact. This is the Maha Kumbh. Now how to go there? You're supposed to be there for 48 days and do sadhana. That is why all these akaras and everybody coming, but today a whole lot of people, if not most, are tourists who are going there. They're going there to see the Naga Babas and something, oh, this guy is a freaky guy. Nothing freaky, he's just not wearing clothes, that's all. I thought everybody is naked beneath their clothes. Hello? But people are going to see as if something he is. No, he's just a normal guy, doing his sadhana, and he's not bothered how he looks. But you want to look. So I'm saying the situation has changed from the sanctity of what it used to be, but the natural situations have not changed, social situations have changed. Certain level of immaturity has come into people, all that going there is many of them just want to take pictures. You must see the number of people who want to take selfies with the Naga Baba who is sitting there. It's just crazy. But anyway, as a cultural phenomena, it's one of the most fantastic things on the planet because the last Kumbh, Maha Kumbh, in 2012, on probably the Makar Sankranti day or one of the important days, on one day there were 40 crore people, 400 million people, one day. And everything goes smoothly, without any commotion, without anybody, nothing, very easy and nice, men and women and children, all kinds of people. 400 million people in one place, and it's well managed. It's incredible, self-managed kind of. So, leaving those aspects, how to make use of it? Of course, today most people, all the akaras are staying there for 48 days because they have come for sadhana. People are going there for 1 day, 2 days. I would say if you go to Kumbh, at least go for a minimum 3 days. At least go with 21 days of preparation. There's more preparation, it would be great, but we're already close. If you want to go to Kumbh, go with this much sadhana. That is, morning 21 minutes before it's 9 a.m., before the sun rises over 30-degree angle, and also in the evening after the sun goes below 30 degrees angle from where you are. 21 minutes in the morning, 21 minutes in the evening. Just sit in a cross-legged posture. If you do not know any other posture, just a simple cross-legged posture. If you want to hold mudra, you hold, otherwise it doesn't matter. Put yourself with great involvement. Just do Mahamantra, 21 minutes. And do it the right way, because I'm saying do it the right way, because in the country, it's just terrible that in India itself the distortion has happened. Well, in English language they're writing A-U-M, but when they say, oh, no. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. This mantra you utter 21 minutes in the morning, 21 minutes in the evening, at least for a minimum 21 days. If already by the time you come to know about this, it's already 21 days gone, it doesn't matter, whatever number of days, at least a minimum of 7 days. Prepare and go, you will imbibe something better. Because we are going there not because of religious fervor, we are going there because there is a certain phenomena of life happening, we want to make use of it. So if you want to make use of anything, you must be prepared. So if just a god was sitting there and he's going to do everything, you could go any way you want. This is the problem with heaven-bound people. They can go any way because God will take care. We are Indians, it's our karma, we have to take care. A very big difference I want you to understand. This is the only civilization which taught its people, Your life is your karma. Whatever you do, that's all you got. Everything that you're getting is a consequence of what you've done or not done. But somebody else came up with magical religions and they said, don't worry, everything God will do. But people like this. If somebody says, sales are going on always, 10% discount, only 10%. Somebody says 50% discount, lot more people will go. If he is giving 50% discount, what should be wrong with the damn place you must see, right? Hello? If I'm selling something for half the price, there must be something wrong, yes or no? Either I've been conning you all these years and now I'm giving you the real price, or right now there is something… some other issue or problem, whatever. 100% discount, take one free. Something must be out. This happened. Shankaran Pillai was running a small convenience store, and another new convenience store came up this side on the left side, and they put up the board, super discounts on all products, big board, vulgar-looking board. Then another shop opened on the right side. This guy said, buy one, take one free, everything. From a phone to a refrigerator to an orange, buy one, take one free. People are queuing up there. Shankaran Pillai looked at this and then he got a new board painted. Main entrance here. So, you're going to Kumbh, Maha Kumbh, which gone on for many millennia, and at least go prepared, do this much sadhana, morning, evening, 21 minutes, invest, minimum of 7 days. More if you do, much better. And those important days if you go, a little bit you will be submerged in the population. If you want to take a nice dip, go on those not-so-popular days, you will get the river. Otherwise, a river of humanity. But the most incredible thing is, all sorts of people, for many of them, from far-flung villages, they have come. To buy the train ticket and reach there, it's a big thing in their life. Most of them have packed their food for those 2-3 days they have come. They're pulling out of their baskets and eating because they can't eat in the restaurant, it's too expensive or whatever for them. Just to buy the train ticket, bring their old mother and their wife and children and come there is a huge thing. So they have no accommodation, no luxury tents, no hotels, nothing. On the riverside, they will light one little fire, sing their own songs. It's incredible. This is India, this is Bharat in its essence. It's a fantastic scene, cultural scene. If you're going there for sadhana, prepare and go, that's the best way to go.